It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. One of the Panthers' big offseason acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. You talk about this Seahawks defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. No-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Young to throw it. Incomplete.
Chance is good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they're looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
That throw by Young incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded at the 7. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Geno now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They run with a 2nd-year man. It's Kenneth Walker. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Throwing now is Geno. And Walker has it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the 50, it's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The numbers for Sanders last week: 17 carries, 69 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Now Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Only able to gain a couple there. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Young on 3rd down. To the sideline and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Geno. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Seahawks at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Another run with Sanders. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
Nice run from Sanders to accomplish a couple of long-awaited firsts last season in Philadelphia. Finally broke 1,000 yards and had 11 touchdowns to help reach his first Pro Bowl.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll try to throw now. Young. And it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard. He'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And Young's throw there incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Young will set to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
The 2nd down throw for Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their play clock and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
It'll be Young again. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Smith. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the interception, Young. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Adam Thielen.
Ready.
8-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down. On the Seahawks 32-yard line.
Young. And Sharp hauls it in. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Let's go.
Throwing, Young. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Young. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
That throw by Young incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Smiths throw into the hands of Fan. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. A shotgun snap for Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the red zone now, Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on his drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back, 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to move it away. And there is his guy getting him at the 25. The Panthers will go back on offense here late in this first half. The split deficit here on one possession game. Not much time left, obviously. If they can march down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum in the locker room. Now first down for Young. Now the Panthers going to use this first of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with just over 30 seconds to go in the first half. On first and 10, Young. On field, back to the catches. And he's having inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A first down throw for Young. And it's incomplete. The incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world.
No, not first and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue the drive.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Young. That is caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. A look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Gino now to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Smith now on second down. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles. There he goes, left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, Young sliding out of the pocket. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers and Miles Sanders headed out for another drive. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Young. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Young. And that will be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. This is Fant on the short completion. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Smith throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw, Young. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. We're going to look here at the Seahawks picks from the 2023 draft. They were one of 4 teams to make a pair of first-round selections this year. And the general consensus, CD, they did pretty darn well with both of them.
I'll say, partner, and also say this. Seattle, we used to see them have size in their corners. But Devin Witherspoon at Illinois, he may not have the size, but his physical play fits Seattle perfectly, as well as Jackson Smith-Njigba, a terrific slot receiver out of Ohio State. Many thought he was the best in this year's draft. Added to the pass rush with Derek Hall, and Zach Charbonnet adds to an already strong backfield with Kenneth Walker.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Now a 2nd down throw for Young. That swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Carolina.
Now here's Young. And his throw here's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And it's caught. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. Off of play action. Here's Smith escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
To the air again, Smith. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Here's Walker. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Again, Walker. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. Smith now to throw. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take...
Oh, he had to force it there on fourth down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able to. They'll take the ball, bat it away. But, boy, they missed a big chance there.
Myers' kick is good. And they'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So now Young and the Panthers down by 8, 33 seconds to go. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously... He's got a man, complete. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
Now Young. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Everything was riding on that two-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Smith to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Smith. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This from 51 yards for the win. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
It was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think hope was wearing one jersey and worry